Hungary's decision to block 50 billion in spending for the European Union came as an unpleasant surprise in the early hours of Friday morning for Ukrainians who had thought that if Hungary didn't block the decision to start accession talks for Ukraine next year, it wouldn't block the funding either. Now, the European leaders have said that they will reconvene in January to try to unblock these funds. Ukraine does have enough to tide it over until then, especially due to various different unilateral decisions by countries to increase their aid to Ukraine in recent days and weeks. But symbolically, it's not a good sign. It shows that Hungary is still trying to get what it wants from the European Union. And what it wants from the European Union, let's not forget, is for the European Union to unblock funds to Budapest that are blocked due to Hungary's failure to respect the basic democratic rules of the bloc. So it's not really a summit that shows a strong, united European Union that is able to overcome the difficulties it has with difficult members like Hungary, as it was beginning to seem on Thursday evening. The 50 billion, the European Union has already been working on how this is going to be spent in Ukraine. There are programs that need to be put in place. It's going to be absolutely crucial for the country going forward. But it will come one way or another because 26 countries do agree on it. And in the very worst case scenario, they will be able to form some kind of other non-centralized EU plan to get these funds to Kyiv. But that's going to be much more complicated. Complicated is also the word that Volodymyr Zelensky used to describe Ukraine's path going forward to EU membership with these negotiations that will open next year, but that will of course take many, many years. And the country's leadership will have to temper expectations to some degree because Ukrainians are very much in a hurry to get accepted into the bloc. All that being said, it's certainly a symbolic decision that provides a much-needed morale boost for Ukrainians as troops on the front lines, particularly in the east, are showing signs of exhaustion and of morale very much being damaged by the failure of the United States so far to agree on additional funding for Ukraine's effort in its war against Russia.